So
Uh-huh.
John Danaher has this philosophy. I think it's Danaher. He has this philosophy where it's like, what was the best day of your life?
Hmm.
What happened? Do that again. Do that every day. Every single day, we do the exact same thing to make sure that you are always at peak performance. My wife, my lovely wife, was nice enough to send me my
Oh,
special
nice.
manual for core transitions dynamics. So
Hmm.
this is one of the three certifications that you can get through IPEC. So I got my energy leadership index master practitioner certification. And yeah, they're all
Congratulations. Don't say
everything's
that.
a everything's a
Does
mouthful in the International Professional Excellence in Coaching Organization. Right? There's all everything is these long words, wordy words.
Wordy words. Wait, that word's too small. Pick another word.
There's not enough wordiness in those words. Yeah. So I haven't even gotten to the point where I'm getting my actual certified professional coach certification yet, but
Mhm.
I've got these other two certifications. And so the content that we're learning, one of the things that I'm finding really interesting is the idea of the success formula.
Mhm.
So they've got six influencers, and you might understandably think when you hear influencer like Instagram influencer or
Mhm.
somebody who gets paid to be pretty and have things to say, right? That's
Mhm.
how most people understand it. But this is more like the four pillars: social, mental, emotional, and physical.
Mhm.
Spiritual, emotional, physical, mental, but like that switching.
Mhm.
So this is like emotional influencers, physical influencers, mental influencers, other influencers, and then right, I think there's two more: emotional, physical, social, environmental, spiritual, and mental.
Makes sense.
And so it like, it breaks down each of them, and it contextualizes it in a way that lets you helps you understand that to the extent that you can identify what works in your environment for you.
Mhm.
Do you have a very cluttered environment? Is that distracting for you?
Mhm.
Okay, what do you need to do to fix that? When you're at work, if you have a lot of extraneous auditory input, like, is that killing your productivity? Okay,
Mhm.
well, what can you do within the bounds of your work to
Mhm.
improve on that? Your mental influences, are you prepared for the task that you're about to try to
Mhm.
accomplish? And and so it gives you the opportunity to sort of think about, like, okay, well, what is the best mindset? Like, what is the most productive or successful mindset that I have had when I have had success in the past?
Mhm.
Like, what have I done that's worked for me in the past, and how can I continue to apply it going forward? So that's like
Mhm.
your success formula. And matter of fact, I think John Danaher has the same perspective. John, you don't follow MMA or Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, grappling.
No, that's not my thing.
John Danaher has been on the Joe Rogan Experience many times because he's like the Einstein of jujitsu.
Mhm. Okay.
He's got this weird, like, half British accent, and he just like, you see what he's doing with his heel right there, and you're like, no, I don't. He's like, well, he just won. He just won. Yeah, it's going to go on for another 5 minutes, but he's already won because he's got his heel in this position. It's like, well, cool. I like trust that you understand that.
Yeah.
So Gordon Ryan is a disciple of his, and Gordon Ryan is the best in the world. He's like 26.
Hmm.
I don't think he's ever been beaten in any competition, no
Hmm.
matter the rule set, no matter like there are some grappling competitions where like you can't do leg locks, or you can't do this, or you can't do that.
Hmm.
He wins all of them.
Hmm.
Like, and it never looks close. So
Uh-huh.
John Danaher has this philosophy. I think it's Danaher. He has this philosophy where it's like, what was the best day of your life?
Mm.
What happened? Do that again. Do that every day. Every single day, we do the exact same thing to make sure that you are always at peak performance.
Mm.
And so, and that's something that I notice is like this curriculum draws from, I see it echoed in other disciplines
Hmm. Hmm.
that is like, okay, now take this and apply it to
Hmm.
people who want to make their lives better.
Truth is truth.
Yeah. And then they go into a number of core principles and the or disciplines. It's disciplines. It's like awareness, acceptance, conscious choice, trusting the process.
Mm.
And it's like you hear Jordan Peterson talk about things like this. He's like, pay attention.
Hmm.
Like, really pay attention. Don't just let the information flow in and out of your head. Like, actually pay attention. The things that you orient your attention to
Hmm.
are the most important things in your life. So make sure you're orienting your attention in a way that is going to take you where you want to go in life.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So if I'm doing nothing but scrolling through TikTok videos and watching porn all day,
Yeah.
what kind of life am I creating for myself?
Right.
What pathway am I putting myself on? It's not only is it wonderful to learn about, but I have a feeling it's going to be even like more gratifying to offer to other people.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I really like the idea that you mentioned of doing a question based like presentation for it. Like, what does acceptance mean to you?
Right. Exactly. There you go.
Like,
That's the path.
what does trusting the process mean to you?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think there's real.
Because I think because when you do it like that too, your version of what you're trying to express, like the definition of trust the process, for instance, what you're trying to express and the way you see it, it may not land that way. Because their
Right.
version of that may be entirely different. So as you're talking, like I don't know how that applies to me. But when they have to express it, then you can be like, oh well, that's an interesting perspective. What's
How do you
another
see
way
that?
that you
Yeah.
could see that? Right? How do you think other people see that? Right? And just
How do you apply this in your life practically?
yeah.
Worth exploring, isn't it? Worth a thought.